Alright, y'all, so welcome to another episode. We're just getting out here this morning, and as you can see, it's pretty calm, and you just can't ask for a better day than this right here. Hope it just kind of stays like this all day. And I think the high today is supposed to be around close to 75, 78, something like that. So definitely some warm weather. Definitely feels like spring. And we got some rain the day before, and I think it was around close to 2 inches of rain. So water, it's a little bit murky. It's not too bad. It's still kind of clear in some spots, especially, shallower water like here at the kayak. But hopefully we can get on some bass today. Hopefully, probably head out to them open field areas. Just kind of start there probably, and kind of work our way around. Stay tuned. Hopefully we can get on some bass today. Alright, so we're back out here this morning. And made it out here to this field pretty much first thing. And got a little bit of wind out here. It's not too bad. It's kind of like a little breeze, but water level is definitely higher than it was. It's about 4.5 foot out here right now. It was only about 3.5 at last time we was out here. Had that about a 2-inch rain the other day. Really brought the water level up pretty much everywhere in Arkansas. I went over Little Red the other day, and it was rolling, boy. You usually don't see Little Red that high, but it looked like White River almost. It was definitely a lot bigger than what it normally is. I wouldn't want to been out there in a kayak. Really hoping all this warmer weather might have these bass up in these shallower water here, but I don't know yet. Have to wait and see. But it's still kind of, last 3 or 4 trips, they've pretty much been in around 3 foot, 3.5, something like that. Even anytime we go anywhere that is deeper than that, usually you just don't get anything. But the water temperature is a lot higher too. It's almost 63 right now, and this is, just starting in the morning. So, I'm guessing probably midday or late day, it should be close to 70s as far as the water temperature. It should definitely help the bite out. It's definitely just a pretty day out here, though. I actually got my house shoes on today. I can get them big old muck boots off and get a little more comfortable without my feet freezing to death. I like being able to come out here and kick my boots off and just kind of get a little more relaxed. Fishing's supposed to be relaxing, even though sometimes it's pretty frustrating. It can get that way sometimes. Well, so far about an hour on the water casting around out here, and I've gotten a few hits here and there, but definitely nothing serious so far. I don't even know what they was. They might have been gar. Like I said, I've definitely done seen a lot of little gar out here this morning. You know, I'm sure as the day goes on, they're going to get more active. I don't know if this is a fish or that's another stick. I've caught, I don't know, about 2 or 3 sticks so far this morning. That one there, it felt more like a fish than the last 2 did. Oh, wasps are out today. Oh, how many of them I've had come up here and say hello. I ain't trying to be unfriendly or anything, but I just ain't a real big fan of saying hello to a wasp. You know, usually they got a kind of a funny way of saying hello when they bite you. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship. I don't really want to be a part of it. Real surprised I haven't seen that many snakes this morning. Well, maybe it just hasn't warmed up enough, but even on days like this, you'll see a lot of snakes out here sunbathing in these bushes and trees. So far, I just haven't seen, I think I've seen one snake this morning so far. Usually you'll see some pretty big snakes out here if you actually look for them on these trees and bushes. I ain't really scared of snakes, but it's kind of like that wasp, you know. I like to keep a long distance relationship between me and them. They kind of have a funny way of saying hello too. A lot of people ask me about snakes in the kayak, you know, do they try to get in the kayak and what have you, and you know, I've had a lot of snakes. I've met a lot of snakes out here in the water, and most of the time they just go the other way. You know, they usually don't bother you, and you know, I'm sure if they wanted to, they could probably get in the kayak with you if they really tried, but like I said, usually they just go on their business and you just kind of go on yours, and they really don't bother you. But you know, you can always, if they do try, you can take your boat paddle and kind of kick them away or what have you. Usually they don't try to bother you. That's the way I like to hopefully keep it. I just can't get over how nice it is today. You know, today feels like heaven compared to, you know, the last 2 months. Have just been so much up and down weather, you know. It's been impossible to find a day like this, you know, unless you just got every day off, don't have a job. Unfortunately, I got to go to work, but you know, days like this, just, you know, even if I don't catch a fish today, it's just a beautiful day to be out here. Definitely can't complain. Like I said, it should be like this pretty much all day. Just getting, you know, warmer as the day goes on, but the wind is supposed to stay pretty calm all day. That's what's really going to make it nice out here. You know, I've wanted to fish this big open area right here. I know there's some shallow water around that grass out there, but so far every day I've come out here, it's just been way too windy to get out here in this big open area. But I just figured today, you know, I'd try to take advantage of it, and hopefully there's some shallow water up in that area, and hopefully there's some bass up there. But I've just been kind of zigzagging out here trying to find some shallow water and just kind of casting around here and there. There's another big old gar right there. There's just a bunch of gar out here this morning. Ain't none of them very big. They're probably around 2. Biggest one I've seen probably 3 foot long, but there's just a bunch of them out here this morning. Come across a huge gar out here this morning. I don't know if you can see it right there. There he goes. That sucker was huge. Probably at least close to 4 or 5 foot long. I was just coming across this field here, and I just happened to come across him there. I turned around hoping I could get him on video. Oh, wind's trying to push us away. I should have said the breeze is. Ain't much of a wind, but it's still, when I stand up, it's like putting up a kayak sail. Kind of just sail away. And I just love standing up fishing though, especially spots like this where it's just you know, shallow, clear. I love seeing them fish come up and hit your lure, you know. Really get your heart pumping, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know if you can see all that on the video, but them are just all carp. They're spawning right now. Just a little bit under a foot deep out here, and you know, them carp will do that when the water temperature gets right, the sunlight, and there's probably just hundreds of them down through here, and I can just see them all in the water. But every now and then you'll get a big group of them like that together, and they're just rolling and spawning and what have you. It's just something kind of neat to see them do that every once in a while. You know, you don't really get to see it that often, especially that many of them together. It's just tons of them out here. I know when I was coming across that field earlier, heading over this way, I kept hearing them over here, and I seen a few out there. There wasn't that many, but I finally got over here, and I was like, man, it's just tons of them over here. Yeah, I figure I might make a few casts and test this spot out. Oh, got something there. Don't let it go. Oh, he come back for it. Oh, man. Yep, that's a bass, too. He's a little guy, but he put up a fight. I'll definitely take him. That was the first cast here, too. Kind of moved over here. Nice little bass. He come back for it twice there. Back he goes. I was really hoping that, you know, we would finally come across a spot that would hold some bass. There's just so many trash fish out here. Well, I say trash fish. There's a gar, grinnell, carp, grass carp. Just tons of them out here. I haven't seen this many probably ever. But yeah, it's only about 2.5 foot deep out here. Tons of grass. But just everywhere you go, we're just, I'm running into, like I said, just Asian carp, regular carp. It's just all kinds of them out here. If I was a bow fisherman, this would be a dream right here, because you could definitely fill your boat up in this spot. All right, we're back. Had to get that jacket off, put some sunscreen on. It's getting hot quick out here. That's a good thing though. I ain't complaining. This is the first day of you know, actually warm, sunny weather that we had in a while. Especially to be calm like this. You know, that's what really makes it nice out here. I just can't get over the amount of carp and gar and everything out here. It's just amazing. I've never seen this many out here. You know, that may be why there's not that many bass out here. It's because of all this activity. You know, kind of got them spooked out of this area. Like I said, I've never ever seen this much activity in one spot like this. It's just you know, I've been out here a bunch of times in these backwaters, and I guess I've just never really been out here, you know, a certain time of day and year where they just, all of them are spawning like this. It's definitely amazing to see. I've never seen this many carp or gar ever anywhere. There's just hundreds of them out here. Alright, so I'm just making a move. Had to finally make a decision. You know, I've just fished this area all around out here. It looks perfect. The water level is like around 3.5. Actually, some spots it's even shallower than that, but there's just so much trash fish out here. There's just so much carp and gar. You know, that might be one thing. It's just kind of, with this much activity out here, it's just kind of spooking the bass away from this area. But so far, I only caught that one bass out there. But there's just tons and tons of grass carp and just regular carp out here. They're spawning and they're just out here running around everywhere. So I think I'm gonna head south, and there's another field down there. You know, it may not have as much activity in it, and just kind of see if maybe there's some bass in that spot. But it's one of them times you just got to make a decision to stay in this area and keep trying, or move to a different spot. And I'm just gonna go ahead and move on, try a different area. Hopefully there'll be some fish in that spot I'm heading to. Oh man, I don't know if y'all can see it there. There's a snakehead right there. Watch him. I just hope I can get him. Yep, I got him. That's a big one too. Come on, buddy. We're in for a fight now. Long as that hook don't come out. That is one big old... Whoa, right there in the corner of the mouth. Come on, buddy. I just hope he stays hooked up. Yep, that's a snakehead. Whew. I knew we'd get one out here sometime. Just a matter of time. Man. Be alright if he don't break the line. I got 20-pound test line on here, so I definitely ain't gonna make it easy for him. Whew. Really can't believe he's the first one I caught put up a crazy fight. This one here, he ain't putting up too big a fight. I just don't know how I'm gonna get him in the kayak. I'm telling you, the jaws on these things is one fish that I'm scared of is that one right there. The first one I caught, just the amount of jaw force that they have is just incredible. I'm gonna try to get my pliers in his mouth. Come on, buddy. Open the mouth for me. Whoa, there he goes. I figured he'd fix and do that. He still got some energy left in him, that's for sure. Come on, buddy, don't go around my trolling motor. This here is a northern snakehead. It's about really the only ones we have in Arkansas. They're kind of all over the United States, but they're the most popular one. Oh. He just barely hooked there too. I think it'd probably be better just to get the hook out of him. Ain't no way I'm gonna be able to get this thing in the kayak here. That is just an awesome, huge snakehead. You can just see them patterns on him. Just looks like an anaconda snake, basically. But you know, a lot of people confuse these with bowfin or grinnell, but you won't find them colors right there. And then he has another set of fins underneath him that a regular bowfin doesn't have. There he goes. Whew. That was an awesome catch right there. I'm just glad that hook come out like it did, because I really didn't want to get him in the kayak. Like I said, I was just waiting. I knew we was going to end up getting one of them at some point out here. As you can see, when he come up here to the kayak, they're really bold fish. They're just they just don't act like they're scared of anything. The first one I caught did the same exact thing. It just kind of come up to the kayak and just like it was just sitting there watching me. I just kind of put my lure around there in front of his face, and you know, he hit it just like that one there did. But they're just not really scared of stuff like a normal fish, but they're fun to catch. If you ever catch one, they put up a heck of a fight, kind of like a bowfin. There's another snakehead right there. See if I can't get right in front of him. Yep, he got it too. Look at him. Hope it stays hooked up. Come on, buddy. Man, that is 2 snakeheads right here in, you know, this little area right here. It's not near as big as that other one, but get the line in his gill there. He's definitely a lot smaller. I threw it right in front of him. He chased it too. See if we can have better luck of getting this one in here. Might just slide him over in here, I don't know. Try. There we go. Come on, buddy. Oh, man. Oh, that was crazy. He got himself off the hook and let himself go. Oh, man, that right there is why I hate getting them in the kayak, because they'll be all calm right there in the water, but as soon as they get in this kayak, they just go ballistic. And you know, you take a fish that big and jaws like they got, it just it's kind of a scary thing having them in your kayak like that. That was crazy though. Got himself unhooked and just let himself go. He didn't want his picture taken. I just think it's funny though. He come in here and flopped around and got everything wet, threw the hook out of his mouth, then let himself go. Oh, there we go. I guess the bass here. Yep, pretty nice one too. Whoa, come on, buddy. He's a pulling. Come on, stay out of the grass. Man, this thing got a lot of energy. There we go. Finally calmed him down. Maybe he'll stay hooked and stay in the kayak. That's a pretty nice bass there. Oh. There we go. That's what we've been wanting to get right there. A few more of them. Be a pretty nice day. I'll take him. Back you go. That's what we've been wanting to get up until now. It's just been kind of a struggle between snakehead and always carp and everything out here. Just haven't been able to find that many bass. Oh, there's another one. Hopefully we finally got on some bass here. Try to hit reverse here, back out of this area. Maybe I won't spook them. It definitely seems to be a hot spot. This one here ain't too big. I'll just swing him in. There we go. There's a nice little guy. I'll take him though. Anything, like I said today, so far it's been a struggle till we hit this little spot right here. Got 2 of them right here, back to back. Throw it up there and see if we can't get another one. Oh, there we go. Oh, let it go. I'll throw it back over, see if he wants another go at it. Yep, there he is. Another little one. Well, we were on some small bass today, other than that one. They can just barely get it in the mouth. Oh, there he goes. Look at that little guy. Oh man, if he's any smaller, I could use him for bait. Back he goes. He's definitely a hungry little guy for sure. Hit that big old swim bait. That's probably what happened when he hit it the first time. He couldn't get it in his mouth. There we go. Oh man, feels like a nice one too. Come on, buddy, please stay hooked up. Man, he was getting down in the weeds. Yeah, we got a good hookup on him. Man, it's a nice long fish. Ain't got much weight on him, but he's long. I'll definitely take him. Like I said, definitely a long fish. He was fighting good too. He was trying to get back down in that grass. Maybe we get on a few more out here. Oh, that's a nice bass. Oh man, come off. I can see him come up and get it. Maybe I'll throw it over and get another chance at him. There he is again. Hope he stays hooked up this time. That is a nice one. Come on, buddy. Man, he's pulling. Trying to get back down in that grass. Turn that drag down a little bit. Man, that is a nice bass. I don't know if it's a 5-pounder or not, but he's nice. Oh man. Come on, buddy. That is a pretty big bass. He might be a 5-pounder. Come on, buddy. There we go. Man. Yeah, I believe it is a 5-pounder. That is a nice bass. Come on. Oh, he got it down there deep too. Yeah, I'm gonna get my pliers on that one. Just can't quite reach it. There we go. Whew. Look at that big guy. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's probably a 5-pounder. Big old belly on him, huge mouth. Look at that big guy. Definitely helps put it in perspective when you get that far away from the camera and actually see how big the fish is. It's just a huge bass. I'm guessing 5 pounds at least, but I'm not going to weigh him. But definitely an awesome catch. It's just a huge bass, huge mouth on him. Definitely happy with that. So We're gonna let him go back. Hopefully there'll be some few more out here like this. So I'm gonna let this big guy go. One more good look at him here. That's what it's all about. Glad we got him in the kayak. Back he goes. Not taking his time. I like it when they do that. They just kind of slowly go off. That was an awesome catch there. Just glad we got him in the kayak. Oh, there we go. He jumped up there and got it. Feels like a pretty nice one too. Ain't too bad. Whoa, come on, buddy. He's a pulling boy. Yeah, he's actually pretty nice too. Ain't as big as that last one, but he ain't too far from it. Oh. There we go. Man. At least we got off some fish this afternoon. It's definitely been a eventful day with all the 2 snakeheads and this big guy here and that last big one. I'll take them. This has been a pretty awesome day out here. Weather's been good. Fishing's been pretty good. I'll take it. Back he goes. Slowly going down. About like that last one. Whew. Man, that is awesome. I'm just glad we finally got off some fish this afternoon. The way it was going, I really didn't know if we were really gonna get that many fish today. Even though it was a pretty day, it's just been the whole first part of the day was just rough. And I know that has a lot to do with location. I might have been down here this afternoon and it might have been a totally different story, but I started out up there towards the other end of all this field area, hoping that there would be some fish up there because I never fished that spot before. Went up there this morning and just, man, all I seen was carp, grass carp, gar, and that just about all was up there. And I started making my way down here towards this end of all these field areas, and the fishing definitely changed then. Started getting on all kinds of fish. Oh, I got a bass and a limb at the same time. Bass one. Looks like a pretty nice one too. Whoa! Yeah, it was a pretty nice one. Whew. Man, he hooked it and he was wrapped around that limb right there. And the bass finally pulled hard enough to break the limb. That was pretty funny. Well, that's going to bring today's episode to an end. Hope y'all have enjoyed the content today. Definitely a fun day out here. Perfect day. It's really a perfect day. The weather was perfect. The morning started out kind of slow. We only got one fish until about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Then as we moved away from that one area that I never fished before and started going south, we just kind of started getting into more and more fish. And, by the end of the day, we caught quite a few bass, and that one big bass, that was definitely a fun catch there. And the variety of fish today, it's just been big and small bass, 2 snakeheads. I knew at some point we would get a snakehead out here, but I just didn't figure we'd end up getting 2 in the same day. They're just a fun catch, but just one of them things, when you get them in the kayak, they just go crazy. And that one, it threw the hook and it jumped out of the kayak. That was just a funny deal right there. I've never had a fish do that, but I've had a fish flop out of the kayak after I've gotten the hook out, but that sucker there, he did both of them in just one trip. He was gone. That was definitely funny. But hope y'all have enjoyed it today. I know I have. Until next time, stay tuned. Appreciate y'all.